Pig has been airing for over 2 decades, but in all that time, it's managed to sneak in some moments that totally break the rules. Like in the episode at the beach, Peppa and her family arrive at the beach, ready for a fun day. Peppa grabs toys from the basket, towels, buckets, spades, and a ball. Everything seems normal. But then, after Mummy Pig applies sunscreen, something odd happens. The bucket and spades, which Peppa had already taken out, are back in the basket. No one put them there. No one even touched them. Yet, somehow, they returned on their own. Maybe the basket has a secret rewind button. Or maybe Peppa's universe has completely ignored the law of conservation of matter, because here, things just disappear and reappear like magic. In the episode The Ambulance, Dr. Bear gives an important safety lesson. He warns everyone to be careful where they step, but in a twist, he immediately trips over a bowl, tumbles down the hill, and crashes into prickly plants. While everyone is focused on Dr. Bear's dramatic fall, something odd happens. At first, the ambulance door was shut, but the second the scene cuts to Madame Gazelle and the kids reacting, the door is suddenly open. No one touched it. No one was even near it. It just opened on its own. Looks like Peppa's world doesn't care much for Newton's first law, because here, things don't need a push to start moving. In the episode Windmills, Peppa and her classmates make paper windmills. Susie Sheep carefully folds hers using a cyan-colored sheet. Everything seems fine, until they step outside. Somehow, her windmill is no longer cyan. It's dark blue. Maybe the sunlight just makes it look different. But when they reach Mr. Bull's windmill site, the color shifts again. Now, it's green. That's not a small change. It's a completely new windmill. Peppa's world doesn't seem to follow the laws of color consistency, because here, objects change shades faster than a chameleon. In the episode Breakfast Club, Peppa and her friends arrive at school early for a special morning meal. They all decide on toast, and Madame Gazelle brings out the super toaster. It has exactly 9 slots, so she places 9 slices of bread inside. Everything seems normal until the toast is ready. Somehow, every child gets a piece. But there's a problem. There are 12 kids in the room. The toaster only made 9 slices. So where did the extra 3 come from? Did someone pull toast out of thin air? No one questions it, and everyone enjoys their breakfast like nothing happened. But if Peppa's world follows the law of conservation of mass, then this breakfast defies all logic, because here, food just multiplies out of nowhere. In the episode Kylie Kangaroo, Peppa and her family step outside to greet their guests. Peppa excitedly shows Kylie how to jump in muddy puddles. At first, the puddle was small, just enough for her. But as more characters join in, something strange happens. It keeps growing. No one adds water. No one digs to make it bigger. Yet, somehow, it stretches wide enough to fit everyone. The laws of volume definitely don't apply in Peppa's world, because this puddle grows on demand. In the episode, Princess Peppa, Granny, and Grandpa Pig arrive for a dinner party. Granny Pig sneaks into Peppa and George's room to leave a surprise. When she enters, the moon is shining through the left side of the window. But after she accidentally steps on a rubber duck and wakes Peppa up, the moon mysteriously jumps to the right side. Seriously, gravity and planetary motion don't apply here, because even the moon can't stay in one place. In the episode Pancakes, Mummy Pig is making batter with a jug of milk beside her. It's filled slightly above the handle. Nothing odd so far, but after she pours some into the mixing bowl, things get strange. She sets the jug back on the counter, and somehow, the milk level hasn't changed, not even a drop. Did the milk magically refill itself? Or does Peppa's world ignore the law of conservation of mass? Either way, physics takes a backseat here because this milk jug never runs out. In the episode The Dentist, Peppa and George are getting ready to brush their teeth. At first, the sink is filled with water, but in the very next shot, it's completely empty, without a single drop left. Did someone pull the plug at lightning speed? Or does Peppa's house have a disappearing water trick? Later, at the dentist, something else goes missing. One moment, the space beside Dr. Elephant is empty. Next, a sink magically appears. In Peppa's world, things don't follow the simple rule we all know. Things can't just vanish or pop up out of nowhere, right? In the episode Lost Keys, Daddy Pig accidentally drops the car keys down a drain. To get them back, he tries fishing them out, but the line is too short. That's when Mrs. Rabbit drops a stone inside, and a splashing sound proves there's water at the bottom. But when Mr. Bull arrives with a crane to retrieve the keys, the drain is suddenly bone dry. No water, no splash, nothing. Peppa's world just broke a basic rule. Water doesn't disappear on its own. If there was a splash, there had to be water. In the episode Madame Gazelle's house, Peppa and her family visit Madame Gazelle, only to find her house leaning because of a tall tree pressing against it. But while everyone is focused on the tilting house, something strange happens to the tree. At first, its branches are completely empty. No birds, no nest, nothing. But when Mr. Bull climbs up, the tree suddenly has an owl, a bird's nest, and even a beehive. Either these creatures moved in at record speed, or Peppa's world doesn't follow the rule that things don't just appear out of nowhere. Granddad Dog usually keeps his sailor look sharp, but in the episode Grampy Rabbit's Lighthouse, something weird happens. He takes the kids on a boat trip, and at first, his vest is spotless. No stains, no dirt, just clean sailor fashion. Then, in the very next shot, his shirt and face are suddenly covered in mud. No tripping, no splashing, nothing that explains how he got messy so fast. Did a secret mud wave hit him off screen? Or did the animators just decide he needed a new look? Either way, that's not how staying clean works, unless Granddad Dog discovered teleporting dirt. In the episode Goldie the Fish, Peppa's fish isn't feeling great, so Peppa, George, and Mummy Pig take her to Dr. Hamster. After a quick checkup, they return home just as Daddy Pig walks in from work. Everything seems normal, until you blink. At first, Daddy Pig is dressed in his usual work outfit, complete with a white shirt and tie. But in the very next shot, he's suddenly in his cozy home clothes with no sign of a quick change. No jacket toss, no wardrobe swap, just instant outfit magic. Looks like Daddy Pig just broke the fastest getting changed record ever. In the episode Richard Rabbit Comes to Play, Peppa and George's room is a disaster. Blocks, dolls, and toy cars are everywhere, and the toy basket is completely empty. But the moment George invites Richard to join the fun, something strange happens. Suddenly, the room isn't as messy anymore, and the toy basket is magically full again. No one cleaned up, no toys were picked up, yet everything just fixed itself. Looks like they just broke the tidying up without lifting a finger rule. In the episode The Fish Pond, Daddy Pig takes Peppa and George on a nostalgic trip to his favorite childhood pond. As they stroll along, both kids are holding their ice cream cones, happily enjoying their treat. But then, the camera zooms out, and poof, they're ice. Creams are gone. No melting, no dropping, no sneaky handoffs, just a clean disappearance. Looks like they just broke the food doesn't just vanish into thin air rule. In the episode The Baby Piggy, Peppa and George are excited to meet baby Alexander at Chloe's house. Later, their friends join in and everyone gathers around. Everything seems normal, until Susie Sheep decides to test the laws of space and time. At first, she's standing comfortably behind Zoe Zebra, but the moment the scene zooms out, she's magically in front of Zoe, without a single step or shuffle. Either Susie has mastered teleportation, or someone forgot to keep track of where she was standing. In the episode Daddy Pig's Birthday, Mummy Pig gathers all the ingredients for a special cake, with a wooden spoon resting near the chocolate pieces. But as soon as she starts mixing, the spoon has somehow teleported right beside her, without her even touching it, and George isn't missing out on the fun. 1 second, he's standing empty-handed. Next, he's holding a spoon out of nowhere. Forget baking skills. Looks like Peppa's family just broke the objects don't appear out of thin air rule. In the episode Dressing Up, Peppa and George have fun trying on Mummy and Daddy Pig's old outfits. Peppa even adds a touch of lipstick to complete her look, but when she takes off the dress, something strange happens. The lipstick vanishes right along with it. No wiping, no smudging, just gone in an instant. Either that dress came with a built-in makeup remover, or Peppa just broke the lipstick doesn't just disappear rule. In the episode Thunderstorm, Peppa and George rush inside after hearing a loud thunderclap, but Peppa's teddy gets left behind in the garden. When we first see it on the ground, the yard is completely empty, but the moment Daddy Pig steps outside, a whole tree magically pops up in the background. No planting, no growing, just instant landscaping. Looks like Peppa's world doesn't follow the trees take years to grow law. A train ride with Madame Gazelle should be simple, but in the episode Train Ride, Pedro Pony's ticket pulls a disappearing act. He checks everywhere, nothing. But the moment Zoe Zebra points at the floor, there it is, sitting in plain sight. Pedro just checked that spot. So how did it suddenly show up? Maybe Zoe had it all along and decided to play a little prank. Or maybe the animators had their own oops moment. Either way, that ticket just broke the things don't just appear out of nowhere law. When Peppa's family visits Daddy Pig's brother, everything looks normal, until the door pulls a sneaky trick. At first, the handle is on one side as they step in, but the moment we see the kids inside, the handle has moved to the opposite side. Unless this house was designed with a door that flips around, we're looking at a clear case of architectural magic. And last time we checked, doors aren't supposed to break, the objects stay where you left them law. And that's just a glimpse of Peppa's rule-breaking moments. Who knows what else is hiding in plain sight? See you in the next video.